Hello and welcome to PS4. What I'm going to do today is just go through the character creation system with you for Final Fantasy XIV very quickly, and then I will do probably another video that has a look at the classes as well. So we've got 5 different races here, male and female varieties. We've got the Haya, we've got the Elezen, the Lalafell, the Mikote and the Regaiden. Pretty normal archetypes. There's a human type 1, there's an elfy type 1, there is a little dwarfy gnomey type 1, there is a pussycat basically, got a nice little tail going on there, and kind of the big one. So it gives you plenty of options in terms of what you want to do. There's not much difference between them in terms of kind of skills and statistics, and there are male and female versions. So we're going to have a little look at a let's have a Regaiden, and we will have a Regaiden female. Right, so we start with the Regaiden, we choose who we got. Now you've also got different varieties here, so you've got 2 different races. This is the same for every single one of the races you can use. There is a Hellsguard and there are the Sea Wolves. If you can see clearly, underneath the description of Sea Wolves there is starting attributes of strength, dexterity, vitality, intelligence, mind and piety. And the Hellsguard one has less strength but greater intelligence, whereas this one has greater strength and less intelligence. So depending on where you're going to start, if you're looking for a melee character, one is going to use weapons, this is the best one to start off with, whereas if you're looking as a caster, it's going to be this particular type that you go for. Ultimately you can actually, with a single character, go for every single choice. So you can be a caster and then later in the game change completely to a different class and work through that one. So it's a moot point ultimately. I think this is more cosmetic than anything. I'm going to go with the Sea Wolves. Right, so the first thing you got is height. You can either go for very tall, that is 222.7 centimeters, all the way down to 192 centimeters, which is still 6 foot. So these are very tall regardless of how you look. Let's shove all the way up there. Then we have muscle tone for this particular one, which is quite interesting. So if we put chiseled, I can't see a massive difference there, to be honest with you. Go for chiseled through to smooth. Let's have for a smooth. There we go. So that is muscle tone on there. So there's some subtle changes. There is this one. It's one of the reasons I chose the female character, because you can see the attention to detail. This is a bust size. As you can see, you can go for pneumatic, all the way down to sensible. Pop them somewhere in the middle. Okay, then you get to choose skin tone, and there are various different things. So it gives you, if you want to create a character that looks very much like you, you've got all sorts of skin tone versions. I'm going to go for slightly green. I'm not green, obviously. But it does give you lots of different colour palettes to play with. They're very subtle changes, but it does allow you to go for a little bit of uniqueness here and there. I'll go for this one. And then hairstyles. So we've got all sorts of stuff going on there, because the hair animation is quite nice. So we've got tons of different options. Not all of which are entirely sensible. We'll go. Let's go for that one. Okay, so various hairstyles to choose from as well. So you're beginning to make significant differences between your character and other people's. Confirm that one. Now the nice thing about the hair colour is that you get to choose a colour. Let's go for. I'm going to go for a green theme here. There we go. You can choose to have a single colour, or if you come across to the highlights bit, you can add a different colour scheme in there as well. There we go. Let's go for something a little bit red. So again, quite nice little adjustments there. And then face. Oh goodness, she looks a bit aggressive. I'm going to go with that one. Limited selections there, but they do make differences. And your jaw as well. To be honest with you, these hardly, I mean, you can see the jaw is getting a bit bigger there. These are hardly noticeable. Some of these changes are kind of so subtle that they're not going to actually make a massive difference whatever you choose. Let's go with that one. Give her a Brucey. And again, the eyes, because these are properly proportioned, you know, they're not cartoony characters. You're not changing a huge amount. As we see, the changes in the eyes is very minuscule. Iris size, large or small, you can see if you watch the eyes there, you can just change that. I always have mine as large. And then there is a nice thing actually in the eye colour. You get plenty of different varieties of eye colour. Let's go for yellow, would be fun. But just like the hair, whereas you can have highlights, you can have two different coloured eyes. So if you choose to have odd eyes, you see there. So I'm actually going to go for a yellow and a blue. Don't have to, but it just again adds a little bit of extra customization to it all. Okay, different eyebrows. Again, very, very insignificant, subtle changes. I quite like that one actually. And then different noses. Mouth styles as well. That one. And then you have no lipstick, or you can add a light toned lipstick which just gives a subtle tone, or you can go for a dark lipstick which makes obviously the colour that much more vibrant. I'm going to go for continue with my green theme here. There we are. Okay, so you can add different facial features. This one makes that eyebrow slightly thicker. Didn't do that. This gives her darkened eyes. Got a scar on the cheek. That one's actually covered by her hair, so it's virtually unnoticeable. So we'll get rid of that. Got a scar across the nose if you wanted to make her look more kind of battle worn, and a beauty spot. Lovely. Oh, she's so gorgeous. Go with that. Tattoos. You can go for a little mark in the middle. And then you got your tattoo colour. So I'm going to stick to my green theme. Find this nice dark foresty green. There we are. Then you're layering up differences in the characters, so they should be quite recognisable. You have makeup, little tattoos. Oh look, little cat whiskers. Ah. Braveheart. We'll take our freedom! I apologise to any Scots people watching this for that dreadful accent. I'm not going to go with any of these, actually. I'm not that keen on them. I don't think they add anything. I've done that one before, but I've got a little cast mark in their head. And that will go with that. And that's you can reverse them, so if you want, obviously, this little chocobo to be on the right hand side, you hit the reverse button. I'm going to go with these, actually. Confirm, and once again, we'll keep them dark. Go for a nice green colour. And then finally you get different voices. Generally the first 6 are very much your Chinese archetypes, a bit squeaky, and then from 7 down to 12 are slightly more Western sounding voices. There we go. And there we have it. That is my character. The next thing to do is to choose a race and a class. So choose a class, but I'll talk about that in another video further down. So thanks very much for listening. I hope you found that a little bit of interest. That is putting a Reborn female character together. You get an idea of the customization options available for Final Fantasy XIV. And thanks for watching. And as always, happy gaming, and I will speak to you soon. Bye bye.